Why should I apply to the SBA loan? David Smith is a 35-year-old citizen married with 2 children. David has a small business in the United States, and at this time, he was impacted by COVID-19. David heard on the news that President Trump signed a bill that will provide a $2 trillion protection package for the small business community in the United States, in which they offer government loans to the business community. David calls JPG for more information. JPG collects official public announcements from the SBA, media, government, and legislators to provide the most accurate, up-to-date information. We are all learning. JPG and all participants during this crisis are receiving updates by the hour. This has been a unique economic event in U.S. history and is subject to interpretation and change. JPG informs David there are 2 types of SBA loans. The first SBA loan is the PPP, Paycheck Protection Program. This loan will provide up to 2.5 times the average monthly payroll expense, which would mean protection for approximately 8 to 10 weeks for the company. This PPP loan must be used for payroll, rent, and utility expenses and can be obtained directly from your bank of preference. The bank must be an SBA certified lender such as Chase, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Allegiance Bank, Regions Bank, BBVA, People Fund, and some credit unions. Finally, as long as David has proper transaction records to evidence that the money was used in the approved expenses, the loan has up to 100% forgiveness. Yes, you heard that right. David may not have to pay back the loan. JPG informs David Smith that he has the ability to also take the EIDL, Economic Injury Disaster Loan. This loan needs to be obtained directly from the SBA. The EIDL loan is for up to $2 million with a 30-year term. The EIDL loan is designed to cover the company's payroll, utilities, and general and administrative cost. Please note, David can apply for both loans, and if so, the EIDL funds are now limited for general and administrative cost, rent, utilities, subcontractors, and payroll expenses not already used with the PPP funds. JPG recommends David to apply for both loans to avoid any current or future financial, economic, and cash flow crisis. JPG informs David JPG does not have any direct or indirect association with the Small Business Administration, any agency or part of the government. JPG is also not responsible for the approval or rejection of loans. JPG has a unique role to service only those small businesses in need to help due to language barrier, lack of knowledge, unable to use technology such as the internet computer, respond to SBA and or bank communications, prepare financial statements such as profit and loss, balance sheet, cash flow statements, income tax returns, and any other financial, lending, tax, accounting matters. All other small businesses are encouraged to contact the SBA or your local financial institution directly. Why did David choose JPG? JPG has extensive years of experience in the business advisory field. Our core services are bookkeeping, payroll, and tax. JPG has the ability to create a loan package since most answers are found in the core services provided. Part of the requirements are for David to have his tax returns, financial statements, and in some cases, cash flow projections to prove the liquidity needs in the business. David informs JPG he does not have the required documentation up to date and JPG assistance is needed. JPG helps David throughout the process, organizing the bookkeeping, payroll, and tax forms to generate proper and updated financial statements. JPG applies for both PPP and EIDL loans on behalf of David's company and responds to all required communications related to the loan process. Sharing is caring. This information can be of vital assistance for someone in your family, friend, or community. We are all learning by the hour. Information is subject to change. Let's not forget the small business community is the backbone of our national economy. Together, we are on a mission to rescue our national economy.